You're stopped at a red light. The car behind you fails to brake. Metal crumples, glass shatters, and you are jolted violently forward. You step out onto the pavement, heart racing, and check the bumper. You take a breath. You feel fine. Maybe a little shaken, but overall perfectly healthy. You exchange insurance info and head home, skipping a trip to the doctor entirely. 48 hours later, you wake up. Your neck is stiff and resistant to movement. A burning pain radiates down your shoulder, and a dull ache throbs at the base of your skull. Clinicians call this delayed spectrum of symptoms whiplash-associated disorder, or WAD. It is a specific type of trauma to the soft tissues and joints of your neck. A common misconception is that what the car looks like reflects what happened to the body inside it, but visible vehicle damage has almost no correlation with the severity of a spinal injury. Walking away from a crash without immediate pain doesn't prove you're uninjured. Very often, that initial relief is simply the first sign that a hidden physiological process has just begun. To understand why, we rewind to millisecond 0. When a vehicle is rear-ended, inertia takes over. The car seat forcefully pushes your torso forward, but your heavy head momentarily lags behind, whipping backward in a rapid acceleration-deceleration movement. In biological terms, your cervical spine is forced into extreme extension, then immediately thrown forward into hyperflexion. This whip motion causes microtears in neck muscles, overstretches ligaments, and irritates the facet joints, the small connections guiding your spine's movement. While car accidents are the most frequent cause, this physical trauma also occurs during falls, contact sports, or a sudden jolt on amusement park rides. The structural damage is done in a fraction of a second, yet your brain remains completely unaware that anything is wrong. So, if the ligaments and muscles in your neck are torn, why don't you feel the pain during that first hour? Your body initiates an immediate survival response. This massive stress reaction floods your central nervous system with adrenaline. These hormones act as a potent internal painkiller, temporarily blocking pain signals, allowing you to function, evaluate the danger, and get to safety. But this chemical cover-up has an expiration date. Anywhere from 24 to 72 hours later, that adrenaline metabolizes and begins to wear off. Simultaneously, the body enters a secondary healing phase. A deep inflammatory cascade begins, pooling fluid around injured facet joints to start repairs. To protect the unstable area, surrounding neck muscles involuntarily lock up, creating a rigid biological splint that severely limits mobility. That intense stiffness you feel 3 days later isn't a new injury appearing out of nowhere. It's the biological alarm finally sounding after the chemical smoke has cleared. Delayed symptom onset is a normal biological feature of whiplash. Your pain is real, and the timeline makes physiological sense. Avoid the instinct to wait it out or rely on prolonged bed rest. Immobilization causes those guarding muscles to become even stiffer, which can delay your recovery. A clinical evaluation early on is critical. A proper assessment rules out severe grades of whiplash, like fractures or neurological issues, before they complicate your healing. Current clinical guidelines recommend a multimodal approach. This means combining physical therapy with manual techniques like chiropractic care to actively address the injury. Targeted spinal manipulation addresses the root cause of the stiffness. By applying precise pressure to restore joint alignment, the treatment helps reduce inflammation in the facet joints and signals the guarding muscles to release their grip. As this clinical service card shows, effective care prioritizes root cause spinal alignment. The treatment is built around your specific posture, pain levels, and lifestyle to ensure the soft tissues heal with their full range of motion. Healing from whiplash requires restoring healthy joint mobility early on. By addressing the injury before the inflammation leads to persistent functional limitations, you can ensure a safer, more complete recovery.